Well, it is that time of year again, or should I say, like quarter of the year or more. The EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival is back at Walt Disney World, and to bring it to us, we have Jeremiah in the park. How's it going, Jeremiah?
Not bad, Kyle. How about yourself?
I'm good. I ate lunch before this for a couple reasons. One, so that I'm not eating on the air, and two, so that I'm not hungry when you show me all of the food items available at this year's festival.
You know me well enough. We will not be seeing any food items.
We might be seeing descriptions of food items. That's
Yes.
the thing.
We're starting back here in the American Adventure and heading towards the entrance for multiple reasons because all the food booths are back here. And secondly, I have to rush over to Disney Springs to see a goofy movie as part of the D20 Destination D23 event.
Something you've never seen before. That
I know.
those guys have shirts on. That Becca has a dress that looks like that, which obviously it's inspired by the old lighting on Spaceship Earth. So I don't know if it's the same company because it could be easily recreated. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it reminded me of. And yes, I was saying hi to Fred, who has his Bob Eubanks, as we'll call it, avatar. How are the crowds for this first day of the festival, in your humble opinion?
Not bad.
Awesome.
I've been here since about 10:30, so kind of the peak of the day. And some of the booths have had longer lines. The Brew Wing Muppet Brew-Wing Lab,
Right.
those words. That line was actually out the door.
Wow.
And somebody said they were in there 15 minutes waiting for the wings. And we ran into, old friend Mike Mack, who had
Oh,
some of the
nice.
wings and really enjoyed them. But yeah, the line for that wasn't bad. Looking over here at Italy, which is always one of the more popular booths,
Which I
it's
don't
not.
understand.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
it
like, it's
really
not
is.
bad. It's just like it's food that you've had before. Like, to me, the whole point of food and wine is to, yeah, find some things that are maybe like a different twist on something you've had before, but to try some different stuff. And I feel like Italy's is always just the most basic Italian food that you could get anywhere.
Yep. No, and that is exactly how I
And
feel.
this is coming from a picky eater. And I'm like, yeah, I want to try something different.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I have no.
tortellini. Well, I've never had tortellini before.
No, it's
It
like
sounds
you said,
good. I'll give it
it's
that.
all the same. And I'm a picky eater, and I also food and wine for me is not it's not my vibe, because I know what I want to eat. Yes, there'll be times where I'm like, oh, I want to try that, but as somebody pointed out, it's like, you know, if you try something that has something in it that you won't like, odds are very high you're just not going to like the entire dish. So why did you spend eight
Yeah, so
dollars on it?
that depends on what it is, because I used to feel that way, like about, if you go to McDonald's and you don't like mayonnaise, you need to order it without mayonnaise because you're going to get covered in mayonnaise. But like
Yes.
at fine dining and stuff, I felt the same way. I'm like, oh well, I don't like this ingredient, so I don't think I'm going to like this. And it's like, oh no, these ingredients are all used in like small amounts in fine dining to where it just mixes. You might not even notice that that ingredient is in there. So I've learned that. And I've also learned about how preparation, like I didn't like vegetables until I learned that there's other ways to serve them that are much
Mhm.
more enjoyable.
Yeah, like the rock shrimp, bay scallops, smoked mussels. You know what? All three of those things I can't eat.
Yeah.
I'm not going to order it.
Or I will give you another example. This is actually at the Flower and Garden Festival, which is my preferred one because you get all the beauty of the flowers and the gardens and still have a lot of great food options.
Yes.
I've never been a fan of cheesecake. I can get a couple bites in, but then the tang of the cream cheese starts to bother me.
Hmm.
But I found out they have, one of the years that they introduced I think they've had it every year since, but the honey mascarpone
Yes.
cheesecake. I found out that if the cheesecake is made with mascarpone, I like it way more. So I never would have known that if it weren't for trying it against thinking I wouldn't like it.
Yeah. There is always the, hey, try this. But on my days of, hey, try this and, try something from every booth are long gone now that each booth are $9 to $12 an item.
I remember the $4 to $5
Yes,
item.
and that's exactly it. There, I will, when I come in with people, I will find something to try at each booth. I am definitely not Disney Food Blog, and there's nothing wrong with Disney Food Blog. We are friends with Disney Food Blog, and if you want the reviews of every single item, go to Disney Food Blog. But I came in. We tried the fry flight that they have over at the fry basket.
Mhm.
Very good. It's salt and vinegar. There is one that was, I can't remember, and then one that had like pralines and cream in it. The pralines and cream, I would order that on its own.
That sounds interesting. I would definitely try that. I love French fries, so there's that. Do you have a go-to? Okay, the raculette looks awesome.
This is you don't even have to finish that question. If there's one thing that I will automatically go to, right here.
Have you been in Disneyland Paris when they have their food and wine?
I have been in there when they've had their 30 booths that collect the walkway to the point where you can't get through. And I have tried their cheese and their, I will try something from there every time because it's Paris. So it's something different.
But yeah, that's one of the things that they have, especially. So we've gone in the winter, so they have the like l'hiver gourmand, whatever it is. And yeah, the ham on a baguette, and then they take the whole like wheel of cheese with a hot knife and put it on there. It's so awesome.
So we're going to walk over here to look at one of my favorite pieces of merchandise in a long time. The Figment apron with wings. It's just super cute. The merch line, we will have an article up with well over 90 different items. And even here's an item that I didn't get because it wasn't available earlier. But it's Figment, Mickey and Minnie, and then Remy are the main different lines. But as always, I'm a big Figment fan. So
I know, and they started you for merch. You can never find any Figment merch these days.
No, it was really feast and famine. Yeah,
Coke or whatever it is for a chef.
But yeah, this line is really, really cute.
Yeah.
My beat is the merchandise, and we will have, I want to say every piece of merchandise, but I just saw the Figment shirt, which wasn't at the entrance. So we'll have all of that covered. And like I said, I believe over 100 different items. So this is where you come if you want to spend money on food and merch.
T-Ron's asking about Guardians of the Galaxy, the new booth.
That will be absolutely amazing when it opens on September 28th.
Yeah.
That and Coastal Eats open on September 28th. And that was one that the first thing I did when I opened up the little booklet was kind of flip through and I saw the Guardians booth. I'm like, oh, September 28th. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they need to wait a month for that. Diane is saying, hope you said hi to the awesome cast member Ava at the Fry Basket.
I unfortunately did not go to the Fry Basket, but if I see Ava next time I go to the Fry Basket, because I'm getting those praline fries, I'll just get all three of those.
Yeah. Is there a food and wine item that is your go-to each year now?
I love the cheese.
Yep, that's mine. The griddled cheese from Greece with the honey and pistachio.
Yes.
Yeah.
But even in just I will usually, when I'm waiting for the Eat to the Beat concert, I will get the cheese and ham in Germany. But the chicken is very good here. And again, it is a great time if you have the urge to try new things. There is a ton to try. As a local, it's every now and then.
Yeah. One of my favorites back in so they probably still have some version of it, but New Zealand had I like lamb. I know lamb isn't doesn't feel like it's as available or popular as it once was. I
Mhm.
could imagine some reasons why, but they usually have like a lamb chop in New Zealand. And when I first got it many years ago, it was with sea salt and a red wine reduction, and it was so good. Like you, I don't drink, so I never really had red wine, but the
Mhm.
reduction was really tasty. Since then, I think they've switched to usually doing like a mint pesto and they put potato chip crunchies on it. I don't know if that's the same thing. I've actually looked at this year's menu, figuring that I wouldn't get a chance to go. So,
Yeah.
but that's always good.
And one of my other go-tos, Canada, give me the beer cheese soup. Like
Mhm.
the only item that has stayed on the menu since day one of EPCOT is the beer cheese soup in Canada. And they have it along the walkway as opposed to having to go to Le Cellier. Yes, it's a small portion, but even that, give me beer cheese soup anytime. I don't drink at all. The smell of beer can actually make me sick, but beer cheese soup, because it's cooked and done properly, yum.
Mm. Tony is thanking Sherry Lewis for. I was thinking Lisa Simpson, but your joke is way better.
Yours is much more current, though.
You want to sing the song that never ends?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
No.
So yeah, I mean, this has kind of been the crowds around the World Showcase. So definitely not bad.
It's weird that they started on a Thursday, right? I feel like it's usually like a Friday or a Wednesday. Thursday is an interesting move.
So the story behind the Thursday, for years and years, it opened on Friday, but they would do Thursday as a cast member preview that anybody could go to. So I know it's been within probably the past, I think it may have happened before COVID, but it's very right around that time where they changed it to, hey, we're going to start it on Thursday. Instead of just saying there's a preview and people can show up, it's hold on. Breaking news. This store has not been open since COVID.
Wow. They got to sell food and wine merch. It's big doings.
No, it's all the three caballeros and that stuff.
They're birds of a feather.
I'm in awe. Like, hold on, we're going inside.
Well, I don't speak French, but I believe this is good evening to all. Let's see if I can figure out this one. And I am leaving the table, something like that.
Flipping the table.
Come on, Duolingo, stupid owl. Where's he when I need him?
Use your phone. Translate.
That is what Jeremiah is alleging. And I haven't been there in 5 years, so I can't tell you whether or not he's right, but I would trust him because he goes at least once a week.
Yeah. We are going to ask, man, is today your first day reopened? Since COVID, right? Yeah. That I walked by and I stopped, and like, hang on, I need to come in here. This is oh, please. Thank you.
Well, we got our featured image for this article that's coming.
Right, 2025. Yes. Thank you so much. This is an exciting day. Congratulations. Thank you.
You did it. World's best cup of coffee. So, Jeremiah, you're going to have to do your classic photo with holding that up, and that will be our featured image for the article.
Can you take down the banner so you can screenshot this?
No, it's going to look like it's not going to look well. Look well? That doesn't. Where's my grammar gone? That's
there we go.
Ranchito. which means
What?
tiny ranch. See, I can translate all sorts of languages. I want to share a bit of behind LP. Every day after the morning show, we have a staff meeting. And obviously, Jeremiah was still at EPCOT during our staff meeting. And he's standing by the gate where characters come on stage. And so in the middle of our meeting, we just look at Jeremiah and Big Al is standing next to him posing for a picture. That's not happening because we're in a meeting. And yeah, I wish that we recorded our meetings so I could share that with you, but at least you can picture it in your mind.
Yeah, that was one of those times. Like, I had to stop there and do some work. And it's like, okay, there they are. And then Big Al did walk right up to me.
It was a weird mix too. It was like Weird Al, Big Al. Weird Al would be way cooler.
Yeah.
Max, and there were a couple
Rabbit,
others. I think Rabbit
and
okay.
Eeyore.
Okay, well those two
Yeah.
make sense together, but the others, it's interesting.
Yeah, it was
Might as
one
well
of
call
those.
it Nikki Six because that's a Motley Crue.
Speaking of Motley Crue, have you watched the Hollow Scream fashion show video yet?
Tony has, because he needed to make some cuts.
Yeah.
I have not because I have work to do. That was work for him. He was working as well, I should indicate.
So it looks like they're setting up for a photo shoot for the Brew-Wing Lab here at the Odyssey.
Oh, maybe Nate will be there.
Let's not talk about that. So we're going to walk in to the Brew-Wing Lab at the Odyssey that features Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and his assistant Deeper. This is the spot where the line was out the door earlier.
The wheels of progress turn swiftly here, but the line does not.
No, 15 minutes. This is, let's see. This is also a tricky area in here because it's air conditioned and it has lots of tables.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there a display or anything cool this year?
The display that was up last year for 2 days and then somebody destroyed it and then they brought it back toward the end has returned. I don't know how well our signal will go, but I will walk over that way.
Hey, it's a Roosevelt's.
Yes. Yeah, it's the same video displays that they've had in the past on the walls, the same banners and everything.
I think the last time I went to Food and Wine was Becca did the Wine and Dine. And as part of that, you're able to, well, she gets in for free. There's an after party at EPCOT and she could buy one for a guest who didn't participate in the half marathon. And so we got to do that. And that was a fun activity. That was a few years ago, not terribly long ago, but long enough. Nice.
Yeah. So the Muppet Lab display. We have pictures of this that should be in one of our articles.
T-Ron's asking if they have buttons and stickers this year.
They do have buttons, or I'm sorry, stickers, and it is the Brew-Wing at Muppet Labs. And it's only if you take part in some of the games that they were offering. I want to say the way that they phrased it and did it was excellent because it was, hey, after you're done eating, come over and do this. And we can watch somebody juggle chickens. Hey, good job. Good job.
Better than I could do.
Do you have one of the stickers?
Chickens on the
Thank
hallway.
you so much. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's blurry, but I can understand.
I know there we go. Kind of.
No, not really, but that's okay. I mean, it's hard to tell if it's the focus issue or just the connection. Combination, maybe.
Firsthand, I'd say it's the focus issue.
Are you a pickle milkshake person?
So the first year that they did the pickle milkshake, which I want to say was 4 years ago. 4 years ago?
I can't. Time means nothing
I
to
know.
me.
Yeah, it was either 3 or 4 years ago when this area opened. Um, and I did two things that I am firmly against, and that's trying things that I have no desire to try. One was the pickle milkshake, which I described it as, remember the pickle scratch and sniff stickers?
Yeah,
That smell is how it tasted.
fair enough.
Yes. And then I tried the mini adjectives hot wings. And I don't do hot, like spicy is not my thing. And that was definitely, I'm pretty sure there's video of it, me doing it somewhere. And it was, yeah, not the best choice.
Oh,
You can hear
what
test
a
track.
combo.
Oh, you can't hear test track. That's the joys of AirPod Pros. Uh,
Yeah,
Test
just
track
like I
is
couldn't
running.
hear the guy talking, but I could hear
Yeah.
your side of the conversation to figure out what was happening.
And I've tried every possible option to get that changed, even going back to the old wired headphones, and
Yeah.
they still don't come through.
I mean, it's mostly for the best so that we don't get the background music as much everywhere.
Yes.
And then, but although sometimes it's funny when if someone is walking next to you and it thinks that they're part of the conversation and suddenly it just hypes
Yeah.
them up in the audio mix. You're like, oh, cool. We're just gonna hardcore eavesdrop on these people.
So that was the fry basket, very popular. And then, of course, we have the two booths that were open for approximately a month.
Love when you spot other vloggers and stuff. Just like, oh, she's got a GoPro. She, I know what she's up to.
Yeah.
Thought I saw her boss for a second too.
I don't think so. He was back in the back where I started.
Gyozas of the Galaxy, as Jeremiah said, opening a month from now. They're going to have different little dumplings. But as Luke noticed, they're not traditional dumplings by any means. They all have like different food. Each of them has cheese, and Luke's not a fan of cheese. He's also a picky eater. We should start a club. And it's like, yeah, gyoza is not a type of food that normally has cheese. So the fact that all three of these ones will is kind of hilarious.
And I was talking to somebody whose boss at the play-in preview event, they had a little bit of food and wine preview, and they asked why the dumplings for Guardians of the Galaxy, and they said, we just had dumplings and we had to put them somewhere, and that booth was near Guardians.
They're probably supposed to go to that restaurant near Tron that they then changed the menu.
Yes. So merchandise, I will just show some of my favorites.
That's cool. I like that color purple a lot.
Water bag.
It's also perfect for red wine.
Yes. The annual pass holder stuff.
Be close to me.
Which I don't remember seeing this in the merch preview, but there's, giant cooler bag for annual pass holders that yells.
Those are coming. Well, that one's not real big, but we learned a few weeks. So we went to Buc-ee's and they had a cooler bag. I'm like, that's cool. I'm going to buy that. And 2 weeks later, our power went out, and you can bet that I used that cooler bag to save the stuff that was in our fridge. So worked out very well.
So this plush, Remy, with a shoulder gusto.
Okay, so I can see it now, but from the angle that you showed, it looks like an armadillo that he has on his shoulder. I'm like, I don't remember this.
Yeah, this, just to kind of get the lay of the land, as far as the eye can see, is food and wine merchandise.
Yeah, which makes sense. What are they doing over at the new festival headquarters? Good old whatever it's called.
I believe it is still Cool Kid Summer. No, Cool Kid Summer just ended, so there should be nothing in there.
But I thought the whole point was that it was supposed to be a festival center.
You know what? That's a good question. Let's walk over there. So yeah, the Muppet Lab stuff.
They realized it was embarrassing. That's going to be the new Play Pavilion by the end of it. They're like, oh, Play Pavilion means we'll just, put up some mats and let kids come and do Gymboree for a bit. And
so here's a piece of merchandise that it's a lightweight jacket with a hood.
You'll want it eventually. You don't want it right now. I can tell from the zippers and stuff that it is a windbreaker, not a real heavy hoodie. But the patch on the thing on the back, is that maybe there's like a built-in poncho or something?
I think it's to fold into itself.
Okay.
Yeah, it is definitely a rain jacket.
That's cool. So maybe you will want it during the summer. You never know when that's gonna happen.
Oh, I do have to show off one of my favorite things. Yes, the outside of it still has the cool kid summer, the goofy core stuff. So nothing current.
Yeah, T-Ron, like a raincoat. Well,
yes.
I lived in California for several years, and then before that I lived in Arizona, and now I don't go outside, so I don't know about rain.
Well, the past week, I mean, you've heard me and saw the stuff.
Yeah.
So this is something they started last year, where they actually started decorating the trash cans like the salt and pepper shakers, which to me, this is what we need all year round, are more decorated trash cans or tables, as we call them during Food and Wine.
That has a nice design too.
Yeah, that's the one for Remy. And then there's another one down here.
For Figment?
Nope. Mickey Mouse.
Wow.
And the funny thing is, it's the Mickey from the short, the latest shorts.
Oh, yeah.
Even though they're not using those anymore.
What's funny is when I see the art itself, I don't really like it that much. But on that purse where everything's got kind of like dimensions to it, I love Vespa riding Mickey on the pasta.
Yes.
But seeing it flat, not as attractive.
No, and I mean, I'd also everything has empanadas in it this year. I'm very confused.
About to get splashed in the face with hot soup, so that's not good for her. Oh, people using the trash can as a trash can. That's weird.
I know. Very, very unique. They are doing the Emil's fromage hunt.
I was going to ask. I'm sure we'll be doing that as a stream for you at some point, right?
Yeah. Some point.
Just like we did the art one together earlier this year.
Yes. And then they also started, which is something I don't recall them starting this early on either coast, but I guess it is on the West Coast. They have Pluto's pumpkin hunt going on right now.
Yeah. You get little beanbag thing if you finish it.
I didn't see what they are here.
Yeah,
because I've seen for the fromage, you get the little plastic lunch box or bento box, but the Pluto pumpkin hunt, I didn't see any of the prizes when I walked in earlier. So let's walk up to the front and see what we can find.
As we figure out whether Community Core Hall is just empty.
It is empty. Well, it's closed as they reimagined it. Throwback to old America Sings billboard that sat there for years.
Yeah.
And of course, Spaceship Earth and Project Tomorrow are both closed for, I don't think we have a reopening date.
No. Remember when they were supposed to update Spaceship Earth?
Yes. Is Javier on here? He will give us the information on that. Yes, that went along with the Mary Poppins and UK and Coco and DCA. I'm sorry, Coco and Mexico.
Yeah. But one update that is happening, we don't know if it's happening at Walt Disney World yet. Maybe we'll get some information on that this weekend. But what do you think about the Ratatouille update in Paris?
So, and this was something that I was trying to find my photos for. That scene they're adding to the queue, we have here. It's where they do the safety spiel.
I thought it was. I didn't realize it was added to the queue. I thought it was the show. But the other updates, the props and the new projectors.
I'm excited.
Is it 2D or 3D in Florida?
It's still 3D here, 2D in Paris. Did they say they're returning it to 3D? Okay.
No, they said it's permanent 2D.
That'll be. I enjoy it more as 2D. And I know
we're not alone. Apparently, they said due to guest feedback.
That and Cracker Barrel. Look at that. The world's changing due to feedback.
By the way, I've said this on shows before, but do you find it ironic that 99% of change.org petitions are to keep things the same?
Yes. How dare they want to change anything? Yes, Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit. Some fun stickers. They have Figment, Joy, and then Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak. That's right.
So there's 3 different things that you can do, really.
No, it's those 2, and then the Emil is buying cheese from different.
Oh, okay. You just buy. You don't actually have to buy anything or pick up anything else. Okay, gotcha. But there's still 3 activities of sorts.
Yes. Yeah. So Halloween stuff is in here, which I'm surprised they haven't moved this out for Christmas yet.
Interesting. What is that?
It's the giant wreath.
Oh, okay. I just never seen the box for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is there an inflatable a cat hot air balloon? I would never know.
That'd be something. And then, of course, as I said, Spaceship Earth is closed for refurbishment. We got some pictures from Luke. Hopefully, this is something I've heard at least 3 different people say. They can fix the leak that happens right there, because when it rains, even though this was designed to run off into the legs, that spot when you're walking into the queue, it can be a downpour.
Hey, if I Venmo you $9, can we go do the gas chapon? I'm curious to know how big those prizes are and if they're anywhere near worth $9.
They're that big. So I talked to one of the representatives, one of the coordinators in Japan yesterday while I was waiting for my housemates to buy that. And he said it is very popular, but the one that sells out the most is Kirby, because that's the one that most people know.
Yeah, I can totally see that. That'd probably be my pick, honestly. I love Kirby's Adventure.
And they will not have any Disney IP in there because Disney doesn't want that to happen. But it's like Chainsaw Man, One Piece, but the One Piece ones aren't the most popular ones. They have whales.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, there's a ton in there. There's a ton going on in there, but it's it's one of those things that he has sat there and watched people.
It's an Easter egg.
Just like do every single one, and it's actually $9 to $15.
Right. Sorry, I was gonna make you buy the cheapest one.
Yeah. No, next time we do it, I will definitely go over there and do that for you.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a cool idea, but I was just like most, I assume, just a little surprised at the price there.
Yes, and that was one of the things that I expressed, and he's like, in Japan, some of these are more expensive. Yeah, but
what's funny is yes, they are like authentically Japanese. There are a Japanese thing, but it's also like, I can also remember something very similar when I'd walk into the grocery store as a kid and buy a little plastic bubble for 50 cents.
Yeah. And that was one of the funny things, watching the people come out, and it's purely because of the culture. Like, and again, hey, great. Bandai's, tapped a great way to do it. They have a sensor so they can tell when some of the stuff is getting low. They have the technology to do this. So it's a great addition. And again, as Japanese as you can get.
Yeah.
So.
Just a good way to make money off of the weebs.
Yes. And I was talking to the guy and I'm like, if you're coming here and getting all of them or trying to get that one at a $15 machine, again, I remember 50 cents quarter even, $2, $3, sure. $15 for a little plastic figure, I'm passing.
Yeah. Well, Jeremiah, I can tell that by the way you are hiding in the shade and near the front of the park where your car is presumably parked that you are ready to end this. And
I am.
Goofy movie.
Yes, thank you everybody for joining us. We don't know when our next walk and talk is because we all are starting to hit a busy season, but I'm sure there will be something during Food and Wine of me doing Pluto's and the Remy's hunt. So look forward to those in the future. Anything else going on?
Feature button at least, and put the news up, even though we don't have a photo of the shop itself.
Yeah.
No, I think that's pretty much it. We will be doing, or hopefully, schedule allowing, we plan to do little recap shows of Destination D23 this weekend. So make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so whenever we go live. That'll be in the mornings. Well, it'll be noonish probably for the East Coast, but yeah, planning to do recap shows for Destination D23 this weekend. Jeremiah, I know you'll be there. Have a great time. And for everyone watching us, thanks so much. And we will see you real soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.